David Tennant, and this is the Comedy World Cup. Each week, two teams of comedians take each other on to see who knows the most about comedy. It's a knockout competition, which means the winning team tonight goes through to the next round. The losers, meanwhile, have agreed to have the word loser tattooed across their foreheads. Which, if nothing else, will teach them to read the small print in their contracts from now on. So let's meet the team. The captain of the team to my right is a comedian who, when he was 9, hit his teeth when he fell against the family caravan. It was carnage. The caravan was a write-off. It's Alan Carr! With Alan is a comedian who starred in a sketch show called Girl Friday. Coincidentally, Girl Friday was an entry in Prince Harry's diary, just after Vegas Wednesday and Pool Party Thursday. It's Sarah Pascoe! And joining them is a man who was the first person to set foot on stage at the Comedy Store in 1979. And if it wasn't for that appearance, the owner of the Ford Cortina blocking the entrance might never have been found. It's Clive Anderson! And captaining the team to my left is a comedian who says he's now a middle-class cockney. For example, it means he walks up a flight of apples and avocado pears. It's Mickey Flanagan! And joining Mickey, back from a recent tour of the Middle East, is a comic from Glasgow who was so shocked by the poverty and hardship he witnessed it made him think, that's it, I'm off to tour the Middle East. It's Kevin Bridges! And with them, a Liverpudlian comic who appeared on Celebrity Wife Swap. Unfortunately for his wife, a contractual obligation meant she had to take him back. It's Stan Boardman! Each of our teams has considerably more than 100 years of comedy experience between them. Let's see if they can make that count. This first round is called The Year in Question. Alan, Clive and Sarah, take a look at this. Everything you see and hear relates to one particular year.
What about those adult education leaflets I got you from the library?
There's nothing there for me. They're aimed at kids. Look at this one. It says, are you looking for a job? In it. Are you looking for a job? In it. We're not all homeboys looking for enough respect. Are you looking for a job? In it. It's pathetic.
No, it doesn't. It says, are you looking for a job in IT?
Have courage, my friend.
Yeah. Hans, I've just noticed something.
These communists are all cowards.
Have you looked at our caps recently?
Our caps?
The badges on our caps. Have you looked at them?
What? No. A bit?
They've got skulls on them. Have you noticed that our caps have actually got little pictures of skulls on them?
I don't,
Hans, are we the baddies?
So, Alan's team, you'll get a point for telling me what the theme tune you heard playing was.
Oh, God.
And another one for identifying the year. And for the sitcoms you saw, it's the year they started that we're interested in. So, what did you see?
OK, so we started
Quite
off...
recent years, aren't they?
It's recent.
Yes.
So we started off with Lee Mack.
Yes.
It's not too recent, though, because David Mitchell is fat in that.
Yes.
And now he's thin. Yeah. And I know he had that gastric band theatres in 2008.
So we've got to work out how long it takes to lose that amount of weight with an alleged gastric band.
Yes.
You lost a lot of weight, though, didn't you? Did you used to be big? Am I thinking of the time? Did you used to be big?
Did I used to be big as if I'm sitting here like Karen Carpenter? Yeah, no, I mean, I'm still chunky.
No.
But she's saying he used to be even fatter.
I know. You're fat now, but boy, you used to be really fat. I've lost a lot of back fat.
Oh.
Because it used to hang over the back of my chair like a cape.
But Not Going Out has only been on for a last few years.
Not Going Out, so that's the first one we saw.
Yeah.
And that's so that's the first series because it was a different girl then.
I think it's in the 2000s, isn't
Definitely
it?
we're in 2000.
But what's the theme tune, though?
Oh, I know the theme tune.
Yeah?
Well, because the thing is, it's a computer game. It sounds like a computer game, doesn't it? Like
Yeah,
robots.
smoke alarm.
You're getting warmer.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Is it annoying? Well, it's the IT crowd.
It's the IT crowd, 1 point.
Okay. I think it's about 2006. 2005, 2006.
Oh, well, because you...
No, you've got it. Narrow it down to 1.
Who's the dead guy?
Who's the dead guy?
I didn't mean it.
Oh, it's Charlie Drake. Charlie Drake, yes.
I don't know who Charlie Drake
And if his family are watching tonight,
you don't know
dead guy.
You don't know who Charlie Drake... You don't know
Beautiful.
Charlie... He was one of the greats of British comedy in the 1950s and 60s.
Okay, what kind of stuff
He was
did
a
he do?
small guy, and he had a catchphrase. Hello, my darlings. You try it. Hello, my darlings. Do it like that.
I do. That's my act.
But I don't know when he died. So
We know it's in 2000s.
2000s.
2006. Should I say 2006?
Yeah?
It must be there or thereabouts.
7 years ago, yeah.
Oh, no, the IT crowd. That's, I think, 2008.
2008?
It is
Oh.
2012 and time does
IT
fly.
That's a catchphrase, Al.
Yeah, it's a catchphrase.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Time flies.
IT crowd has been on since before 2008.
OK, 2007.
All right.
You'll be frustrated to learn it was 2006.
You're so close. We're really close.
Yeah, the IT crowd's answer to everything was turn it off and turn it on again. You've got to be careful. When I did that, I turned into Matt Smith. Here's a bonus question. We saw an extract from Not Going Out. Which double act performer plays Lee's father in the show?
Oh, yes. Yeah, it's an old-time comedian, isn't it?
We know this.
Yeah.
Because it's... I'm really bad with older comedians, but the Cannon and Balls...
Cannon and Balls.
Singular
One of those.
It's Bobby Ball, isn't it?
It's Bobby Ball. It is indeed Bobby Ball. Yes. In his 80s heyday, Bobby Ball was well known for his catchphrase, "Rock on, Tommy." Nowadays, of course, his catchphrase is "Sign on, Tommy." Mickey, Kevin and Stan, your turn. Take a look at this and try and work out the year in question.
I got up the other day and everything in my apartment had been stolen and replaced with an exact replica. Called my friend in and said, "Come here, look at this stuff. It's all an exact replica. What do you think?" He said, "Do I know you?"
Careful, I had my appendix out last year.
I have a microwave fireplace. I can lay down in front of the fire for the evening in 8 minutes.
There you go. Talk me through what you saw there. 1 point for correctly identifying the theme song and another for getting the year right.
7E02, Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
So it's got to be before 1963 because she sang at that famous fellow who got shot in America.
That guy.
Yeah.
There's someone. Wasn't J.R., was it?
He was shot.
And he got shot. And
G.R.
she sang at his birthday.
Right, so with that much we know.
Yes.
There's a great film, though, 7-Year Itch.
Yeah.
You could date it from the fact it came before they have an effective cure for thrush. So that's what...
I enjoyed the follow-up to that, Canister Nights. That was really great fun.
So it's got to be pre-61. Now, I watched that Benny Hill on a black and white television in Liverpool. It wasn't our telly, it was next door's. We didn't rob it, we were looking through the window. And because my mother had 10 kids and we couldn't afford the telly. Or proper food. We had stick-on soles for shoes. So, and then I went in the army in 1959.
Have I slipped into an episode of Who Do You Think You Are?
Oh, it's got to be before 59. I'll hand it over to my panel.
So it's before.
I would say Benny Hill wasn't on before the 60s, so somewhere... So it's... Yeah, he was before.
I think Stan has just proved, beyond doubt.
Don't get him started again.
Stephen Wright must be 50s. Mid-50s?
Yeah. Should we split the difference and say mid-55?
Hold on, Stan's got a contribution here.
Was you going to say something?
55? I would think 55. Would you think 55?
We know it's in the 50s, but we don't know, so we'll go right down the middle, say 1955.
By some remarkable quirk of fate, that's absolutely right. But I'm also looking for the theme tune that was playing through that clip.
I know it.
Go on, Stan.
Yeah, gangster theme tune.
Was it like the Bonanza or something?
No, it was like a game show, like Opportunity Knocks or like This Is Your Life or one of them things.
But Saturday Night at the Palladium. The tune from
it was something like that, wasn't it? Where they all go round like that, and Bruce Forsyth
and you just lose the will to live halfway through it. And people are, when it comes on, you just think, oh my God, I'm going to kill myself.
Hey, I was on that.
That's what I was just saying.
I was on that. I was on that.
I think, considering how remarkably unlikely the fact that they got anywhere near that is, we're going to have to give it to you. Sunday night at the London Palladium.
I'm the captain.
Bonus question for you. Who fronted the revival of Sunday Night at the London Palladium in 2000?
It's only 12 years ago, so who was really big? Who could have carried that show 12 years ago?
There was Max Bygraves
Bruce
did it as well. Max Bygraves.
Brucey.
He's the panic answer, isn't he? Effing doubt.
Bruce
Forsyth, come back again.
Bruce Forsyth's our default mode. If ever we're not sure, we're just going to say Bruce Forsyth.
Is that what you're going for?
Yeah, Bruce Forsyth.
Bruce Forsyth.
He's absolutely right.
We are rocking!
Sunday night at the Palladium recalls the golden days of variety. If by variety you mean identical old white men in dinner suits singing songs about cleaning windows. So, at the end of that round, Mickey's team is in the lead. Join us after the break, but in the meantime, here's a question for you. Which of our panellists joined Twitter for the sole purpose of telling their fans that they wouldn't be joining Twitter? Welcome back to Comedy World Cup. Before the break, I asked you which of our panellists joined Twitter for the sole purpose of telling their fans that they would not be joining Twitter.
I know who it is because I follow this person on Twitter.
Yeah.
Just to see if they ever do tweet again.
Yeah. Sarah, who is it?
It's Mickey Flanagan.
Mickey, is that true?
Yes, it is.
Ah.
Yeah, because so many people were impersonating me and kept saying they were me, and I had to put a stop to it. Because...
Do you know that you have an unofficial Mickey Flanagan that's called Not the Real Mickey Flanagan? And in their bio it says, this is not Mickey Flanagan. Here is his actual Twitter for you to follow, but he will never tweet.
It's pretty cold, Mickey.
Sorry?
It's pretty cold, as a fan.
I do. I tend to walk out. Sometimes I just knock on people's doors, and when they come, I go, I ain't coming in.
Our next round is called The Young Ones. We asked some of the country's brightest young comics to give us their versions of some established comedians' routines. Mickey's team, you're up first. Whose act is being reversioned here by young Tom?
They were aged between 28 and 40, and you could tell they had no kids. Because their clothes were lovely. Lovely clothes. Clothes they had spent time on. You know, not like us, when you're in an Asda and you just think, I could do with one of them. I mean, I've not got one, but as far as I'm concerned, if you're buying your fashion in the same place you're buying your Sprouts, it's not kicking it, sister. You know what I'm saying?
So, whose act was that?
It's not clicking it, sister. Like that. That's something you would do, Stan, no?
I would think so.
Could have seen you try that.
Was it your famous catchphrase, talk to the hand?
I think I know. I think it's my son, John Bishop.
Would John ever go like that? I've never worked with John, and he's gone to me, Mick. I'm on next.
Well, Mick.
I'm on next. See you back here.
You have done that before, Alan?
What? Girlfriend? No, I have. No, I know people think I must, but I don't ever, never resort to that. I've got jokes.
Well, he does do jokes about supermarket.
Yeah.
I mean, you get lots of stuff from supermarkets, as you lads, comedians know, they can pick up gags on supermarkets. I think, like, you know, like, sort of, they stop people drinking in pubs if you've had too much. They should do the same thing for supermarkets. When fat people come along with all the gear, and he says, sorry, love, can't serve you, you've got too much.
How fat would the woman have to be before you didn't serve her?
Well, she just can't get through the till.
Would there be like a scowl next to the till? And when she got on it, you'd
that wouldn't be a bad idea, would
Is it like on EasyJet when you got your hand luggage? They have to fit in one of those little things.
They've got like a shape of a person. They can't get through. Bring on the wall!
So who do you reckon?
I think we need to go for John Bishop then, on the back of that.
You're going for John Bishop?
Yeah, we're going for John Bishop.
Going for John Bishop. Let's see if it's John Bishop.
They were aged between 28 and 40, and you could tell he had no kids, because the clothes were lovely. Lovely clothes he'd spend time on. You know, not like us, you know, when you're in Asda, and you just think, oh, I could do with one of them. No, you know. I mean, I'm no Gok one. But as far as I'm concerned, if you're buying your fashion in the same place you buy your Sprouts, it's not kicking it, sister, you know what I'm saying?
Well done, it was indeed John Bishop. He's put Liverpool back on the map, about 100 miles from the nice bit of Cheshire where he lives. Alan's team, your turn now. This is Leah giving us her interpretation of someone's act, but whose is it?
I went to university. That's a weird course, actually. Doing drama in Salford, in the Northwest in general, I think. Always going to be a tough sell, innit? You know, when you're trying to do Shakespeare in second year, is this a dagger I see before me? Yeah, give me your trainers. That's hard to get through with no money. First 6 weeks of drama, what they do, they teach you how to breathe properly. Breathe properly. I used to stand there and think, how'd you fail this? Do you know what I mean? Oh, John's dead. That's a third.
Very good work by Leah there, but whose act was she giving?
This is clearly a trick question. That clearly is Leah's act.
It is now, certainly.
Well, it's a comedian, maybe who's been to university.
So someone who did drama.
Drama
so like
university.
a drama-y comedian.
Yeah. Did Jason Manford used to do? Did he do a bit of drama?
Maybe.
Did he?
I don't know. I was thinking like Russell Kane, someone like that with the Essexy.
Yes.
Maybe. But I don't know that he does that material.
So basically, we're thinking of every comedian that's ever worked. We're thinking of
Yes.
All failed actors.
Yeah.
Chris Rock, did he live in Salford?
Didn't exchange for a year.
Yeah. So I think Salford is good for acting and stuff. So it's someone who's good at acting.
Right. Okay.
Dame Judi Dench. I don't know. Go for Russell Kane?
Yeah.
Yeah, Russell Kane.
Jason Manford.
No!
Here he is.
I went to university. That's a weird course, actually, doing drama in Salford, in the Northwest in general. I think it's always going to be a tough sell, isn't it? You know, you're trying to do Shakespeare in second year. Is this a dagger I see before me? Yeah, give me your trainers. You know, that's hard. That's hard to get through with no money. First 6 weeks of drama, what they do, teach you how to breathe properly. Breathe properly. I just stand there just thinking, how'd you fail this? Oh, John's dead, that's a third. You know what I mean?
Yes. In 2011, Jason Manford hosted a show looking for fresh young comedy talent. I'm not saying it wasn't a success, but Stan got through to the semis, so... The next round is In the Frame. It's a picture round. I'm going to show you some stills from well-known comedy films, but there's a twist. We have sneakily removed all the flesh from the actors in the photo. A bit like Gunther von Hagen's. 1 point if you correctly identify the film, plus the chance to answer a bonus question. So fingers at the ready, teams. Buzz in when you think you know what this film is.
Oh, it's an advert. Oh.
Yes, Mickey.
Is it, the Brat Pack?
It's not the Brat Pack.
It's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And they...
Sarah, you buzzed?
Anchorman.
It is Anchorman, yes. In the film, here's your bonus question. In the film, what instrument does Will Ferrell's character Ron Burgundy play?
All right, OK. It's not a saxophone, a flute...
It's not good looking my mime, I don't know.
A harp? Does he play a harp? Does he say something really massive?
I think you may have said it.
I think it's something up there.
Flute.
It was the jazz flute.
Oh, well done.
Here's another still with all the flesh removed. Buzz in if you can identify this.
Oh, yeah, you know it, you know it.
Shaun of the Dead.
It's Shaun of the Dead, yes. You get the bonus question. Name the TV comedy series that was also directed by Edgar Wright and starred Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
Spaced.
It was Spaced, yes. Shaun of the Dead was packed with grisly, hollow-eyed, barely alive zombies. If you hadn't seen it, think Loose Women, the movie. Here's another film still. Buzz in if you can identify this one.
Oh, dear. Oh, my God, what
this
the hell?
This is a tricky one. The Bath... Alan...
I'm so sorry. When Harry Met Sally. When Harry Met Sally. No, Arthur.
Is the correct answer.
Oh, for goodness.
Very good, that's right. Very good. And for your bonus point, who played Arthur in the 2011 remake?
Russell Brand.
He did, indeed, yes. Another point. Yes, pint-sized funny man Dudley Moore played a drunkard in the film Arthur, but he liked to drink in real life too. In fact, he was often seen propping up the minibar. And at the end of that round, Alan's team is in the lead! More to come after the break, but I'll leave you with this question. Which of our guests used to do the warm-up for Jonathan Ross's chat show? Welcome back to Comedy World Cup. Before the break, I asked you which of our guests used to do the warm-up for Jonathan Ross's chat show. Any takers?
I reckon it was Alan.
Alan Carr?
Alan Carr.
Yes, it's right, it was.
Well done.
Yeah. Yes,
well
yes,
done.
Alan Carr.
A tough gig?
Sometimes it was tough, sometimes it was nice, but you'd get, like, the same audience turning up to other shows as well.
Right.
So, like, I'd be, like, halfway through a joke at the Jonathan Ross show, and then someone would say, on Stars in Your Eyes, you get biscuits. Honestly, they start comparing what you get as an audience. But it was good, yeah. You got to meet all those amazing people on his show.
So were you thinking, God, I could be doing his job? You know, I could be a chat show.
Well, I didn't think it.
No.
I knew it. No, I mean, I've never in a million years did I think I'd be doing one myself.
When we did the comedians, remember the comedians? Ben and mine, Frank Carson and Dougie Brown, we had to do our own warm-ups and then go and do an act. And the comedians have been going now for about 40 years. We brought out a DVD. It's being sold in all the shops, as the Tesco's and Morrison's for about £11.50.
I thought we'd just come back from a commercial break.
Yeah. On with the quiz, and the next round is called Sitcom Graveyard. Alan's team, you've each got a sitcom outline to read out. 2 of them are fakes, 1 of them actually got made. Mickey's team, you'll get 1 point if you can identify the real sitcom. Clive, please give us number 1.
Should have brought my glasses. Room for One More, 1977, was a historical comedy set in the 1300s during the plague, where a hotel owner, played by Richard Briers, struggles to keep business afloat in the face of rapidly falling customer numbers.
That sounds like comedy gold.
Yeah. Sounds cheerful, that.
Yeah. Richard Briers, always a success with Richard Briers.
You ever seen anything set in the 1300s?
Blackadder was close. First series of Blackadder was round about that.
The comedians.
Yeah. To be fair, that was just their jokes.
Alan, give us number 2.
Well, me and Sarah have come up with an idea to throw them off.
To make it more difficult.
We're going to use accents.
We're going to do voices.
Okay.
Disguise. Well, I was going to do mine in the style of Stan. Dad's band. Wallace Benson decides to start up a rock band. Scud Much. The band fails, but his own father, Tony, who used to be a cruise singer, replaces his son as lead singer, and the band become a success. Wallace spends each episode trying to get his dad sacked.
You sounded like John Bishop.
I know.
You're more Cilla Black, I think.
Cilla Black.
Sarah, give us number 3.
I'm going to do mine in South African.
That's a tough one.
South African. Duck Patrol, 1998, sees a typically grumpy Richard Wilson in charge of a police station by the Thames. They're tasked with rescuing wildlife, including pink ducks and a mermaid played by Josie Lawrence.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
I don't think it's that, what Clive said. And
Richard Briers in the 1300s.
Richard Briers in 1300. That never had cameras then. And I'm thinking, I've got a vague idea of seeing this on television about a duck patrol with Charlie Drake in it.
Charlie Drake?
No, Charlie Drake wasn't in it.
And Arthur Mallard, yeah?
Oh, Arthur Mallard.
Oh. And Anton Duck.
Anton Duck.
I don't know. I don't think it's the one about the 13th century. It's too depressing. Plague victims, the world dying out. The one in Alan's one, the production seems far too expensive to be making a show like that. This seems like a sitcom type scenario to me. Yeah.
So you're going for Duck Patrol?
We're going for
Sarah's one
Duck Patrol.
Is the right answer. It was indeed Duck Patrol. Here's a clip. Keep your eyes peeled, because the young bloke in the glasses is really good.
I'm saying pink ducks. And I haven't even had a drink yet.
Oh, could be industrial pollution.
Darling, for all we know, there might be a cherry pink mallard.
Yes. Duck Patrol starred One Foot in the Grave's Richard Wilson, the royal family's Sue Johnson, and myself, and ran for a whole 7 episodes in 1998.
The second series is going to be replaced by Matt Smith.
The show did so badly, Richard has since had to come up with the catchphrase, "I don't remember it." Alan, Clive and Sarah, the other team, are going to read out your options. Which of these sitcoms was actually made? Stan, you go first, please.
Fire Away, 1967, was set in a fire station, staffed entirely by unqualified female locals in a rural town. The band of housewives, led by the bossy Cathy Staff, she was brilliant in that, always save the day, even if they do end up doing it the hard way.
Mickey, let's hear yours.
I'm going to read mine in a received English. Snakes and Ladders. 1989 was a satirical comedy set in 1999, starring Adrian Edmondson. The country is divided into the rich south and the poor north by a fence in the middle of Britain. Aid, the son of a wealthy southern lord, is sent north.
Wait a minute, what's happened to the accent?
It's slipping, isn't it, Clive? You may have to help me out. Aid, the son of a wealthy southern lord, is sent north to take charge of the business. But as a result of a computer error, lands himself a menial job from which he can never escape. The horror.
Mickey Flanagan, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, Kevin.
I'm going to read mine in a Scottish accent. Now or Never starred Mrs. Loretta Swit as Helen, who moves into a New York apartment to discover her former childhood sweetheart Marvin, played by Henry Winkler, lives one floor below. As two unmarried 40-somethings, Helen thinks this could be their chance of happiness, but what she doesn't know is Marvin is a mafia hitman.
But that last one, is that plausible?
Plausible.
Vaguely...
It doesn't sound like something...
But the trouble is...
a whole sitcom.
So what about the other ones, then?
So then, I don't know, the women firefighters seems quite dangerous. Like, fire isn't something you can be flippant about, really, can you?
Well, there was one set in a fire station, wasn't there? That was more of a drama, London's Burning or something. Not many laughs in that, I don't think.
No. Should we go for the hitman? Oh, no, it was Ade Edmondson. Ade Edmondson in the middle.
Is the right answer. It was indeed Snakes and Ladders. Here's a clip.
Political prisoners? But this isn't America.
Yeah, are you really balmy?
No, I am not, thank you very much.
All right, what was the last thing you did on the outside?
I was involved in a strike.
Exactly. You're a political. A strike. Oh, that word. No, it's all coming back. No, it's all
Strikes. Occupation. Don't worry again. Look. There's your dandy, look. There's something inside. Page 3.
His rival Boris Johnson is also currently appearing in a sitcom starring a lovable buffoon. It's called His Life. So, at the end of that round, Alan's team is in the lead! And now it's time to rack up the points in the spotlight. Our captains get to nominate one of their team to answer as many questions as they can in 60 seconds on one of the topics listed on the screen. The topics are British comedy films, comedy songs, the Pythons, US sitcoms. So, Alan's team, you're up first. Who do you want to go in the spotlight?
Right. Well, who thinks here knows... Do you know much about comedy songs, or...
I don't know anything about comedy songs. What are you like on the Pythons?
Pythons I should know, but certainly, well...
Are you a bit doddery? Is that what you're saying?
Because the Pythons, it's a nice small topic. The other ones are very broad.
Well, I'll volunteer if there's no other volunteer, and I'll do Pythons.
Clive with the Monty Python team.
OK.
Clive Anderson, you're going in the spotlight.
That's the answer. Oh, my God. Yeah. OK, I did it.
Clive?
No pressure.
No.
Your 60 seconds on the Pythons starts now. What is the name of the musical based on Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Spamalot.
Correct. In 1995, which former Python presented a historical documentary series on the Crusades?
Terry Jones.
Correct. Always Look on the Bright Side of Life is sung at the end of which Python film?
Life of Brian.
Correct. What did the famous knight say in Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Knee.
Correct. What type of parrot had died in the parrot sketch?
It's a Norwegian blue.
Correct. In The Meaning of Life, what makes Mr. Creosote explode?
Oh, it's the last bit of food. It's a after-eight mint or something, isn't it?
I'll give you that, a wafer thin mint.
Yeah.
Which of the Pythons created the animations for their series?
Oh, it's what's his name? Terry Gilliam.
Correct.
Yeah.
What was the title of the Pythons' first sketch-based feature film?
Now for something completely different?
Correct.
Yeah.
In Monty Python and the Holy Grail, what nationality is the man that shouts, "Your mother was a hamster and your father smells of elderberries"? He was French.
Yeah.
Which of the Pythons went on to star in the TV series Ripping Yarns?
Ripping Yarns, that's Michael Palin.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which of the That's it! So, Clive, you scored an amazing 10 points on the Pythons. Though they made a fortune from their films, the Pythons lost a lot of their money buying wedding presents for John Cleese. OK, Mickey's team, you're up next. Who is going in the spotlight?
How can we follow that?
I don't know. Have we missed the transfer window? OK, so let's pick a topic first.
Well, let's see.
Is any of those jump out at you that you
No.
think... Did any of those jump out at you that you go...
Well, the Pythons did, but Clive stole that, so...
Yeah. British comedy films...
Comedy songs.
You want to go for the songs?
Is it me?
Yeah, I'm not doing it. No, right. It's the young and I'm trying to bring the youth on. I'm trying to give you some focus, you know, look. How long have you been out at Borstal now? 3 years? You're doing so well. We're going to put Kevin under the spotlight for comedy songs.
Let's go for it.
Kevin Bridges, you're going in the spotlight.
I think I'm starting to peel.
OK.
Wow.
Kevin, your 60 seconds on comedy songs starts now. Name the title of the 2002 song performed by Tony Christie and comedian Peter Kay.
What's it called again? Amarillo. Is this the way to Amarillo?
Correct. Which comedian released a song called DIVORCE in 1975?
Billy Connolly.
Correct. In Benny Hill's song, Ernie was the fastest what?
What? Milkman.
Milkman in the West, I'll give you it. The band Right Said Fred took their name from a 1962 song by which comedian?
Right
Said Fred.
Fred Astaire.
Bernard Cribbins. Who had a top 5 hit in 1975 with the Funky Gibbon?
How am I supposed to...
You can't be sharing answers. He's in the spotlight.
Even the other team are helping me here.
Funky Gibbon.
The Goodies.
The Goodies is correct. Which comedian had a hit in the same year with Funky Moped?
I don't have a clue, David.
Jasper Carrot.
There we go.
Which comedy show topped the charts in 1986 with a chicken song? A bold attempt, Kevin. You got 4 points. We don't do comedy songs in Scotland. We have a long tradition of moving and haunting ballads, dealing with such problems as having a moose loose about this hoose. And Donald's heart-wrenching search for his lost trousers. And at the end of that round, Alan's team is in the lead! Join us after the break to find out who will go through to the next round of Comedy World Cup. Meanwhile, I'll leave you to ponder this. Which of our panellists lists on their CV that they're a ukulele player? Welcome back to Comedy World Cup. Before the break, I asked you which of our panellists lists on their CV that they're a ukulele player. Anyone going to own up to that?
See, the thing is, it does say on my CV that I can play a ukulele, but I'm not a ukulele player. Does that make sense?
Not entirely, no.
Well, I once, in a show, demonstrated that the quickest way to ruin music was to play any song on a ukulele. And then I thought, yeah, nailed that. Put that on the old spotlight. Wait for the musician work to come flooding in. And it never has, weirdly.
Sarah Pascoe, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the world of sitcoms now for our What Happens Next round. I'm going to show our teams a clip from a well-known sitcom, freeze it, and ask them to work out what happens next. Alan, Clive and Sarah, here's your clip. It's from the series Miranda. You'll get a point if you can tell me how the scene develops.
Oh, bear with. Bear with. Bear with. Bear with. Sorry. Call now for a new tariff breakdown.
Oh, dear. Sounds like you might have lost him to his travels.
Oh, well, that's fine if I have, because I'm totally... Can I have it back? I'm so over him.
So, gang, what happens next?
Well, it's got to be something to do... It's a sushi restaurant.
Yes,
one of those modern, newfangled ones.
Yes. You can so get away with not paying in those things because you just pile up the plates, don't you?
They're going to be watching you now.
Well, they never notice how many plates are underneath.
Oh, yeah, they come and collect the plates and put them down, but if there's no plates, no bill.
Yeah. So where have you put the plates, then?
You put the plates in a big bag and walk out.
What we're talking about.
That's dishonest, and you're committing 2 offences there. You're stealing the plates, and you're also making off without payment for the sushi.
I wash them and bring them back. I found these all outside.
Sushi's nice raw fish. You just occasionally make you think, wouldn't it be better if they actually cooked the fish as well? Would that make just slightly better?
Yeah, like a restaurant.
Yes. So are we getting anywhere closer to knowing what happened next?
No, but I think it's something to do with that conveyor. It's got to be, isn't it? I mean,
does she fall on it, and does she go around
she's got a tag round her neck. Did you see, like a lanyard? So it's either that gets caught in there,
got to. It's Miranda.
Yeah, it has, or she
that
has
happens
or
for
she,
all the time.
Or she tries to get up on it and get something else.
What about the phone? She was playing with the phone, so that could be involved.
Dropped the phone,
Yeah.
and then her lanyard, and then she had to get along the belt.
She drops
I
the
have seen this
phone,
episode,
the phone, and then someone eats it because they think...
It's a really exotic
They eat
piece
it and
of
leave
fish.
without paying.
Yes.
Because they're some cheapskate TV star.
Yes, that's it. Now, I think it's the lanyard. It's more comedy, and if it gets up round to
And then
sashimi and she's dragged through...
I think the robots work there, so they'd rescue her.
Robots work there?
Didn't they used to work in the sushi places? Robots would come and bring you your drinks.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah?
no, that's
No.
the future.
This is me time travelling.
OK, so you're saying she gets...
Hooked on there with that big old rope thing round her neck.
Let's have a
Definitely
look.
gets up on it.
Oh dear. Sounds like you might have lost him to his travels.
Oh, well, that's fine if I have, because I'm totally... Can I have it back? I'm so over him.
You're so not over him.
I am, actually.
She's so not over him. He's
I'm a
obsessed.
whole
She's
new
completely
me.
obsessed. She's obsessed. She's actually a bit mental.
Oh, no, I'm stuck. I'm not supposed to be... My drinks are that just stinkers on the floor. I'm stuck. You know nothing. Actually, sorry. Okay. All right, let's just undo it at the back. I got the screw up. Oh. Sorry. Excuse me, I'm going to actually have to mount your travelator.
Oh, Queen Kong, you're such a dweeb.
Absolutely right. So here's a bonus question for your team about Miranda. This is worth a point. Which well-known comedy actress plays Miranda's mum in the series?
Oh, Patricia Hodge.
Patricia Hodge.
Is the correct answer. When Miranda pitched her sitcom to the BBC, they fell over themselves to make it, in turn creating the plot line for the rest of the series. Mickey, Stan and Kevin, here's your clip. It's from Men Behaving Badly. What happens next?
So, he's trying to use his tooth to get the handle off the door. That's what we can see. No, he's trying to remove a tooth. Why? Do you know why he's...
Has
anybody ever done that successfully?
It's rotten and it's falling out. I used to be a dentist.
He takes the tooth out, goes to bed, puts the tooth under his pillow, and in the morning there's a £1 coin.
Yeah, I think someone comes and closes the door, which just launches him towards the table. He smashes his face full into the table, absolutely disfiguring him beyond belief.
Right.
And then
So the cheetah.
he switches the telly on and there's one of those blame claim adverts. And
Had an accident.
he has a claim. He comes out £10 million he gets for having no face anymore. And they make a movie of it.
Right.
And it's called The Man with No Face.
Right. Is that what we're going for?
Yes, what we're going for.
OK. Good luck. Let's have a look. You had it in there somewhere, but I can't, I'm afraid. What's that?
Why don't you just use a shorter length of string? Why don't you just attach that to the door?
I felt the whole plan was flawed, Clive.
And he can't bite through the string
You
because
still have the joy of a bonus question.
Thank you.
Who starred as Martin Clune's flatmate in the original ITV series of Men Behaving Badly?
That was Harry Enfield.
It was, for 1 point, yes. That's right, Men Behaving Badly was originally on ITV, but soon transferred to the BBC. It's now going to be remade by Sky, starring Richard Keys and Andy Gray. At the end of that round, Alan's team are still in the leads. Mickey's team, it's still just possible you can snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. It's our quickfire round. There is lots to play for. Here we go. I'm going to ask a series of questions relating to the wonderful world of comedy. Buzz in if you know the answer. Each correct answer gets a point, and the time starts Now, what number did the Kumars live at? Clive.
42.
Correct. Who plays the headmaster in The In-Betweeners?
Greg Davies.
Yes, he does. Tony Slattery, Ryan Stiles and Colin Mockery were regular cast members on which improv show, Sarah?
Whose line is it anyway?
I can't believe I didn't get to that one first. This is what I did on the show.
The band Raw Sex featured on what comedy show?
French and Saunders.
French and Saunders is right, yes. Sergeant Major Williams, Gloria, Beaumont and Lofty are all characters from what show? Yes,
8.5 Hot Mum.
8.5 Hot Mum. How many episodes of Fawlty Towers were made in total?
Yes. 9.
12.
Yeah, it was 12, I'm afraid, sorry. Which comedian... Oh, that's it! It's the end of the quiz! Next result means our winners, Alan, Sarah and Clive, join Jason Manford's team in the semi-final. Thanks to everyone for taking part tonight. Alan, Clive and Sarah! Nicky, Kevin and Stan! Next week, fighting out for a place in the semi-finals, our team captains will be Johnny Vegas and Phil Jupitus. Trust me, you wouldn't want to miss that. I'm David Tennant. This has been Comedy World Cup. Good night!